Hi, I'm Corbett Lunsford.
And I'm John Bergman.
We're from Green Dream Group in Chicago. You may have heard about energy audits, but today we're going to demonstrate home performance. Energy efficiency is only one small part of home performance, which is why it's so much more than just an energy audit. And the good news is this can be done on any home, new or old, making your home as durable, healthy, and comfortable as possible. So come on inside and let's get to work. The reason for all this equipment is that you can verify anything in a home. Testing is the key to home performance. When you're hiring a home performance company to do this for you, look for certifications like BPI or ResNet. Solid reputation and also membership in a state association would show an involvement in their local community.
We always start by listening to your expectations. Our specialty is finding the solution to unique comfort, air quality, moisture, or energy waste problems you might have. We'll focus on the entire home as a system, just like a car or a person's body, to scientifically pinpoint the opportunities for improvement and diagnose the best way to move forward so you don't throw money away. An important premium you get with a company like ours is third-party independence. We're not paid to sell you specific solutions, so you know you're getting the right advice.
While John's setting up the blower door, I want to let you in on the biggest secret to home performance. It's air sealing. That's why we're going to use the blower door to assess this home's air tightness and to also pinpoint the opportunities for improvement, which typically have to do with the construction of the home and not with windows and doors. Ready to go?
Ready.
There are two main systems we're interested in for home performance, the envelope and the HVAC system. The envelope is what we're testing with the blower door. That's the air sealing and the insulation layer. We're looking for a very specific airflow number today for this house, which is 1,950 cubic feet per minute. And we made a very specific set of drawings just to get that number. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to get with this house.
We hope to see air leakage just under 2,000 CFM, but instead, the blower door shows us almost 5,000. Now it's time to find out where those leaks are. Every room of the house should show a total air connection either to inside or outside, including the crawl space, attic, and garage. We generally discover that the air you're feeling and breathing at home isn't coming from where you thought it was. We use pressure testing, infrared thermography, and fog to tell you exactly where to invest. You guessed it, air sealing is the cure.
Now we can see that in this attic, we've got on the floor of the attic a little bit of insulation, and we've got some air leakage spots. And as you remember, air leakage is the most important part. So right here, we can see that in this wall, which is an interior wall, it's going to go straight down here. That's not an air seal. Also up here, we've got ductwork. Over there in the corner, we've got a totally disconnected duct. That's going to make that room that it's connected to cold, and it's going to result in higher moisture in the attic. We see it again and again and again in houses that are really nice. $1 million, $2 million houses have attics that looks like this. Now we're on to the second most important system in home performance. This is the HVAC system. It's the furnace, water heater, air conditioner, boiler. This is the engine that runs the house. And it's important not just because of your comfort and the energy efficiency of your home, but also because of health and safety concerns. There is fire happening in this room, and there are combustion gases that you don't want to be breathing. So right now, John is going to be making some holes in the venting system and do a little trick here for you. Go down into your mechanical room and look at your venting system and see if they have holes already drilled in there that would be taped over. If there are no holes, these tests have never been run on your equipment. Most people think that HVAC service companies are running these tests, which are very important, and they're not. Most of the time, these tests have never been run by the time we get to a house, and these pieces of equipment have been in here for quite a long time. So let's go ahead and get wired up and get started.
Just like a car engine, these appliances produce carbon monoxide. CO poisoning feels like the flu, and prolonged exposure is deadly. Unbelievably, this goes undiagnosed by doctors all the time.
So currently the water heater is not even running. When the furnace runs, it pushes its combustion gases up, and instead of going into the chimney, they are coming out right here. So the furnace is spilling out of the water heater's vent pipe. That's pretty unusual. And it's a major safety hazard, obviously. There's also a lot of moisture in here, so it's going to up the moisture levels in the house.
Have you or your family ever been tested for carbon monoxide poisoning when you thought you had the flu? Sadly, I guarantee the answer is no.
Aside from the combustion efficiency and the safety features of this, we also want to know how much air moves through our HVAC system. And as we can see here, the airflow is correct, but the system is having to put up with a very high pressure, and just like blood pressure, if your blood pressure is too high, your blood flow is going to be really low, and at some point, this system is going to have the equivalent of a stroke. It's totally avoidable if we know what we're dealing with by testing it. Now we're also going to test the carbon monoxide coming out of the oven, because of course the combustion gases in the oven all spill into the house unless we've got a range hood over the top of it that we use all the time. This one happens to be running really low at about 12 parts per million, but here's the dirty secret. Your carbon monoxide detector that's installed right here won't actually go off until it's been 70 parts per million of carbon monoxide for over an hour. That's actually a really dangerous health risk for anybody who's not a really healthy young person. So we want to make sure that that's safe by testing it, and this is the right way to do this. The last piece of the HVAC puzzle is duct leakage. Just like you don't want your plumbing leaking all over the place in the walls, you don't want your ducts leaking, and it's not hard to make them airtight. It can either be done at the first stage under construction or in a renovation stage. So let's go ahead and find out what kind of opportunity we've got here. Okay, we found out that these ducts are pretty leaky. That's good. That's another opportunity for improvement. So let's go share our recommendations with the homeowner.
Both new and old homes alike have opportunities for improvement. Our comprehensive reports provide you knowledge for what your unique home actually needs, which often includes air sealing, insulation, and heating and cooling improvements. Performance testing before and after the work is done is the only way to prove you got what you paid for. Invest wisely. Get your home performance tested today.